Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to another video on my channel. Make it an amazing day. I'm your host, Johan. We're here at the Sacred Grove, under the sacred trees, next to the sacred creek, having a sacred moment. How's your heart today? How is your heart today? Is your heart good? Is it? It makes a difference. Hey, how is your mind today, good people? How is your mind? Is it calm? Is it clear? How close to calm and clear? Oh, that's close enough. If it's better than yesterday, definitely improvements are acknowledged, right? Liberation. Liberation. Let's talk about liberation. As a veteran, I think back of wartime liberations when troops rescued people. When the United States went around the world and rescued whole villages, cities, and countries. United States did. I don't know what changed. My grandmother would say, "It's not the people, it's not the world, Johnny, it's the people in it." Right. She used to call me Johnny, right? It's not the world, it's the people in it. But, let me ask you this. You're watching this video, okay? Do you not see a dog dish there with water? Right? Okay. Do you not see a pine cone or several pine cones hanging there? Right? A coyote jawbone, right? Mr. Sun over there. Can you see that? If you could see that and understand what it is, you're liberated. You're liberated. And we might say you're either out of the matrix or you got 1 foot out of the matrix that they put us into. I'll say sometime after the Second World War, when they learned all those experiments from foreign countries and doctors and crazy people, and then they started experimenting on their own people. And so that's done. That's done. That television is bad. That television is bad. I don't have regular TV, so I could watch a movie or a documentary on YouTube or Amazon Prime, but, and I get commercials. Oh, commercials are the worst. Anyhow, if you understand all of this, you're liberated. You're liberated. There are a lot of people in the world today lots of construction around here. There are a lot of people in the world today who half the world, 3 billion people, I would bet, have cognitive deficiencies for whatever reason. They cannot process information like people their age 30 years ago, 40 years ago. They're cognitive deficient. they're less human and more animal when you get them upset. Whoa, don't get the kids upset, man. Anyway, be careful what you watch on the YouTube, all right? Be careful what you watch. If somebody says, go watch that channel with Johan because he tells it like it is, and he gives you remedies, and then if your life is still unmanageable, you're not following these ancient remedies, these ancient principles, then it's your fault. Not that you're at fault, but we're at this point in our time where you have to think your way through. Think your way through. And you know what? A lot of people can't think their way through anymore. Record number of kids, I say kids, I'm talking 30, 40, 50 years old, still living at home. And even younger, still living at home. It was set up this way to make you doubt yourself. And that's what I'm talking about when you go on YouTube. You might be feeling good, and then somebody you're subscribed to says, oh, we're under attack. Demons, dark forces, we're under attack. You didn't think you were under attack till you read that. You better go do an exorcism just because you read it, because your mind logged it into a file. But then if you come out in nature, you could clear that karma. Hey, I was in nature today, not this area, another one. I actually got to observe a butterfly in nature, in its habitat. When was the last time you did that? In nature, in the butterfly's habitat. That was a big deal for me. This life is going by for people and they're missing it. This time is flying by and people don't care. The time is flying by. There's even well, it could be a rumor, it could be misinformation that within the last couple of years, some type of system caused time to speed up. Like a natural, you know how we have Earth seasons, then the sun has different, times where things are happening. Cycles, these cycles? Well, somewhere there's a cycle that says, and it's nothing scary, what's going on with the Earth right now, time sped up a little bit. What do they mean time? Well, not on your watch. Maybe something to do with days are shorter or something like that. I love that stuff. Then I begin to understand things. You got to go off the beaten path. Or like that book that was written, The Road Less Traveled. If you're following the herd around today, you are in the land of the lost. If you're following the herd around, and the herd could be any different group or institution, large or small, that's the groups, those things that say, you have to do what we say, and if you don't, we won't like you. There are adults out there in their 50s, 60s, and 70s with a, 10-year-old's ability when it comes to processing information. You weren't here at the last meeting. There's people talking about you. Where were you? You weren't here at the last meeting. And then when that person gets their chance to share, I go to meetings every day. And that's just one institution. There's lots of them. There's lots of them. You know what institution I belong to? The Academy of Insects, Plants, and Water. That's the institution I belong to. The Academy of Plants, Insects, and Water. Subtitled Nature Heals. Yeah. Who's to say? Who's to say what's right? Okay? Who's to say this is how it goes? Who's to say, how do you know which one is telling the truth? Well, if this is happening to you, you're being attacked. Okay. If this is happening to you, it's your ego. Your ego will mess with you and make you mess up. Who makes these things correct? Right? If you could go a whole day, and when I say whole day, I mean from the time you wake up until the time you go to sleep. If you could go from the time you wake up until the time you go to sleep and not hurt anyone with your word or deed, that's pretty goddamn good. If you could go all day from the time you wake up until the time you go to sleep and not be involved in activities that are useless or destructive, like video games and porn, if you could do that for a whole day, not watch that crap, and you need to be aware of what's going into your system, your body. You need to be aware of it. You should eat healthier. Eating healthier will get you out of the matrix because the chemical in the foods affects your thinking. Same thing with chemical in water. Like, tap water. But there's chemicals in these foods. They're not natural, all right? So try to eat as healthy as you could. Get plenty of rest. Get plenty of rest. Get plenty of rest. And don't be afraid to use supplements like Ayurveda treatments. I use a lot of those. They help. Yep. Make a great effort every day to do those things. Don't hurt somebody with word or deed. Don't engage in activity that's destructive, damaging, or useless. And do your best to try not to put anything into your body that'll affect it negatively. Try your best. Start learning about nutrition again. Start learning about nutrition again. And I'm not talking about that chart pyramid 3-letter agency thing they put out. I'm just telling you, make better choices. That's what I'm saying. Make better choices. Now Ace is obviously asleep here. It turned out to be a nice afternoon. I got things done. Got things done and feeling better. That's my Ragnar Lothbrok flag over there. My ancestors were Danes, Vikings. Yeah. They were traders and farmers. But they were Vikings too. Make it an amazing day. Make it. It's your choice. It's your decision what kind of day you're going to have. And make it an amazing life. It's your choice. It's your decision what kind of life you're going to have. So why not make it a good one? Keep your heart kind. Keep your mind calm and clear. Get in nature. Learn about your ancestors. Did your ancestors build groves, sacred groves? Chances are they did. It's in your DNA. You just need to set something up around you, and your body will tap into it through sight, hearing, smell, and sound. All right, that's enough out of me. Later.